Good now, everyone. Hi, it's Laurita Venska. This is Laurita Speaks. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to get straight into it. I had a visit from someone in my family line that I didn't know. A daytime spirit, ghost, visit, whatever you want to call it. Okay? A presence. I was cleaning out under the bed, my bed. And our bed is a box spring bed. So you can't clean under it normally with a broom or whatever. You have to lift the bed to be able to clean. And on this day, I did that. There were cobwebs sweeping under the bed. And then I had a very, very strong scent come up. Very strong floral scent. And it smelled of daisies and lavender. Okay? And I was like, where's the smell coming from? Now, obviously, when you clean your mattress or whatever, sometimes you throw things on there to make it fresh for a long period of time. I personally like to clean with baking soda. And then I thought, where's this coming from? It can't be the bedding. As I cleaned further, and as I moved, the presence stayed in a certain spot in the room. I could literally feel there's someone standing there. Okay? And I wasn't scared because I didn't feel threatened. Okay? I felt safe. And I could feel that this presence is from my mother's side. Okay? I didn't know the presence because, sometimes you can feel exactly when deceased relatives are around you and you know it's them, right? But this person I didn't know. So I asked, who are you? And first, nothing, because I didn't do it with intention. But then I quieted down. I first breathed. Okay? And how I always ground myself in breathing is I breathe in for 4, hold for 2, breathe out for 6. And I repeat that 3 times to be grounded. And as I was present in my body, I could feel her. And I could feel what she was feeling. But at the same time, she allowed me to feel what she wanted to. She allowed me to feel the message that she wanted to bring across. And I asked her, who are you? And in my mind's eye, the words Oma Marta appeared in Afrikaans. Oma Marta, okay? Which means Grandma Marta, or Martha it would be in English. But in her case, Oma Marta. So I don't know Oma Marta. And then it went deeper. Okay? I could feel what she was feeling. And she didn't have a good life. She didn't have a good life. She wasn't allowed to speak up. She wasn't allowed to do anything that she wanted to do. She had to do everything her husband told her to do. And this I could feel. Don't ask me how. That's my gift. I could feel it. And I was very sad and it felt very heavy. It felt very heavy. But she also wanted to be remembered. And this is the part that gets me, but more after this. And this perfume is a perfume she wore when she was alive. And this perfume of lavender and daisies was the only way she could express herself as herself. And for her, it was smelling good. It was her own scent. It was something that belonged only to her and not what her husband told her she could or could not do. And I'm gonna slide in what I wrote down on that day, because important moments, I always write it down. Important dreams, important moments of my son or myself, I write it down, either digitally or in a certain book that I have, journal. And so I wrote this down digitally. I spoke to her and I thanked her for all that she did, because she came before me. And very often we only remember our parents, our grandparents, maybe our great-grandparents. But how many of us know our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents? Who knows what your don't know how many greats, grandma, grandpa's name was 200 years ago. Because after 100 years, people seem to forget who you were, right? And Oma Mata wanted to be remembered. And I'm talking about this because the video that I made, my first video that I made about, was the ancestral blessing in that video. And so today I also asked, what message am I to portray today? Because that is how I'm going ahead with all my videos. I'm not going to plan what messages I convey based on an online list. I'm doing it from the heart. I'm doing it from spirit. So I'm asking what message wants to be conveyed. So this is what's coming through today. And I thanked her for it.